First thing I'll start with is just the timeline, which tonight you're here is the kickoff webinar. Distribution will start tomorrow. If you're lucky enough to be here tonight in person, we'll get you your cards out the door before you leave here tonight. And for those on Zoom, that distribution will go until next week, April 8th, Friday. You'll be able to pick up, if you're in Southern Shores or Aurora District, you'll be able to pick up at the service center here in Milwaukee. And then if you're Red Arrow District, you'll be able to pick up at the Kenosha Scout Shop down in Kenosha. The sale this year runs through April 1st through June 3rd. Really kicks off tonight. If you want to sell cards tonight, go ahead. You have at it. And then it'll end June 3rd, and that next week, and the account settlement dates will be that next week, June 6th to the 10th. And if you're in the Aurora Southern Shores District, you'll be settling your account here at the Scout Service Center. And if you're in the Red Arrow District, you'll be settling down in the Kenosha Scout Shop. Next slide. So I just wanted to go over the card. This is what the Milwaukee card looks like this year. You see we got 4 of the kind of tabs, one-time offers, and then the back is 6 multi-use offers. I'll be going through more detail on those here in a second. And this is what the Racine and Kenosha cards look like this year. So they have different pictures on the front, so you can separate them out. So these are our deals on the back of the card. So in Racine and Kenosha, we have Domino's, Quick Trip, we have Jiffy Lube, Dunkin' Donuts, The Dish and Blue Burger, that's owned by the same company. So they are doing kind of the same deal for both those places, and the Kenosha Kingfish. So Kenosha Kingfish, Dunkin' Donuts, and Quick Trip have all been there in the past. And then we had 2 new offers on the back, which were the restaurants there, and then the Jiffy Lube, and then Domino's, which is new this year. The Milwaukee card, we have Marco's Pizza up here in Milwaukee. And just so you know, the deals are only good for the counties that they're in. So the Domino's deal, if on the Southern Shores, the Red Arrow card is not going to work on Domino's up in Milwaukee. It's only going to be the 2 locations in Racine and Kenosha. And for Marco's, it's the same deal. So anything in Milwaukee County, the Marco's Pizza will be good for. So Marco,
you had the Kingfish. You should have got the Milkman from Milwaukee.
I know. I tried actually, and that one didn't work out. So, but we have the Brewers for everybody, so that's good. We have the Quick Trip, which has been on there for the last 2 years, also in Milwaukee. Jiffy Lube, Dunkin' Donuts, Dave & Buster's, and Sky Zone as the other ones. So the new ones on that are the Marco's Pizza, Jiffy Lube, and Dave & Buster's are kind of the new ones on the back for those cards here in Milwaukee. These are the one-time use tabs. These work in all the whole council area. It's Dick's Sporting Goods, which has been on there the past couple of years. Tractor Supply, which was also on there last year. The Milwaukee Brewers, we were really excited to get them back. So it's 50% off select games. There's a code for that one. So there's just a code on the tab, so they go online and they can enter the discount offer there. And then Sports Clips, which is $5 off any haircut. That's also a new one this year, and that one's good throughout Milwaukee, Racine, and Kenosha counties. And at this point, I'm actually going to hand this over to Nathan, and Nathan's going to talk more about the logistics of the sale. And all the questions, just, we'll just take questions at the end. We'll just get through this and then do questions.
So there are no questions there. So why do we sell camp cards? It's a popular sale across the country. A lot of different councils are starting to do it. And the biggest thing is it's a $5 price point. So it's really easy to come in. If you're selling out front of your grocery store, you're selling to your aunt on the phone, $5 is really easy. We kind of give that over anymore without thinking about it. It used to be as a kid $1, now it's $5, so it's really easy to make a $5 sale versus a $20, $30, $40, $50, $40 10 popcorn. So it's also 50% commission, which never met a car salesman that made 50% commission. So I know it's not necessarily a huge dollar amount of commission, but 50% of every dollar that this or card is sold comes back to the scout. It's also pretty risk-free too. So it's not like you take out the scout takes 20 cards and he only sells 15. He's not going to pay for those extra 5. As long as they come back, undamaged. So you don't have to worry about, it melting in the car or it expiring, because it's a card, not a popcorn product or a wreath that will go bad. A couple of best practices for our sales. This is not a whole lot different than any other product sale we offer. Take the scouts, sell them door to door to your neighbors, to your friends. Sell them at a booth or in a grocery store. Last year, one of our best sales, a unit got permission from the Tractor Supply and sold them out there and did really well, especially because it was a save $5 on a $50. $25, thank you. So, that's a no-brainer. You're saving $5. You just bought it. You already made your money back on one purchase. So that was our top selling unit. They sold a couple hundred cards, basically doing that. So make sure you get permission to do that first, but that's something to not overlook. You just take a Saturday, spend a couple hours out there. And of course, mom, dads, aunts, uncles, take the camp cards to work, sell them to your friends. Even though I work here, I'm going to be selling my niece's cards to my boss there. I know he'll buy a couple. And of course, Mark will buy one from me. So that's always a great way to boost up your sales a little bit. And people like deals. So that your colleagues will think they're supporting a great cause, and they are. And they're also getting something back that give them some discounts to some great businesses. So don't be afraid to do that as well. For our scouts, make sure they're selling uniforms. They look clean. They're not going with their shirts untucked and buttons are off and they're looking sloppy. Make sure they look nice. Make sure they are putting their best sales foot forward. Smile. My name's Nathan. I'm here to sell something. I'm going to go to camp. Can you help me fund my summer adventures? This is what you get in return for a $5 donation. So tell them who you are, why you're selling them, what these cards do, right? Mark went over the discounts, close the sale and thank them. Of course, this last couple of years, we have offered our Frontline Heroes. So, and with closing that sale, don't be afraid to say, hey, for another $5, we will donate a card to a Frontline Hero. Would you be interested in that? So that's a really easy way to double a sale where you're not handing over another card. We'll take care of that on our end, and we'll make sure we donate those cards. We've got a good partnership here with the Children's Hospital through the Medical College of Wisconsin. So, in addition to doubling the sale at the end, when you're asking your neighbor, your friend, your colleagues, whatever, the cards can also be purchased directly through the council. If they don't know what they're doing and they just happen to buy it from the council, it doesn't get split the unit. However, if they go in there and they select the unit, put that information there, we'll make sure it gets printed the right way. So that's a really easy way to sell to someone. Maybe you've got an aunt or an uncle that lives out of this area. The card themselves may not do them any good, but they may still be interested in supporting the Frontline Hero part of the sale. So that's still an option as well. So don't overlook that aspect of it. Or maybe it's a snowy day and you don't want to get out. Send them the link and they can buy them right there. And then once the roads clear up, 4 minutes later, you can go deliver them. So, this is a little different than kind of the check marks. On the back of the envelopes, you will have your little tracking sheet here. So ask for, your seller's name, your customer's name, number of cards they bought, number of Frontline Heroes, total number of cards sold. So with some of our break-off tabs, people may buy more than one, and they may buy a couple Frontline Heroes. So that'll just help the scouts kind of keep track of where things are, and then when you guys are selling the unit account. So don't overlook this. It's a great way to keep track and make sure that they're also accrediting their Frontline Hero cards as well. So card distribution, of course, we've got some stuff here. So after this, if you haven't gotten your stuff, we'll take care of you. Cards can be picked up here. They can be picked up at the Kenosha Scout Shop anytime during our normal business hours. So for those of you that are online, come in later tomorrow or sometime next week and get those picked up. And if you can't pick them up, let your district executive, district director know. We tend to do a lot of drop-offs and meet people for coffee or whatever. we're happy to do that. So I know a couple of Southern Shore units are online, so let me know. I'm happy to help you. The Aurora units that are online as well. If you need help, I know right now we're kind of bringing a new colleague on tomorrow, but we're here to help. So if you need additional cards, this is real easy, because we're not lugging popcorn around. Just come in the office, give Adriana a phone call or an email, let her know how many cards you want to pick up. If you need to pick them up from Kenosha, let Gina know, and we can make those arrangements. It's pretty easy. So
Adriana's back there. So
oh yes,
be aware. That's Adriana.
All right. So in addition to the back of the envelope that tells you kind of how to track and what they're tracking, we also have a recognition program. We put it on the back or on the other side of the envelope as well to remind your scouts kind of some of the items that they can earn if they sell a lot of cards. So starting at the top, if you sell 1,000 cards, which is a pretty big ambitious goal, but it is doable. Scout can earn a $500 Amazon gift card. $500, they can get a $250 gift card. $300, they can get a $150 gift card. $50 gift card for 100 cards, and $20 gift card for selling 50. So the unit that did the sale out in front of the Tractor Supply, they had they had several kids that got the $20 or the $50 gift card pretty easily. And that was, during a pandemic. So, maybe as things are kind of loosening up now, might be a good time to hit up Tractor Supplies and grocery stores to see what you can sell.
For that last one, which is the 20 cards, the official camp card patch, every scout will get originally 20 cards. That's what they get. Yeah. So if they sell out what they get, they'll get the camp card patch. And then, like you said, if you need more cards, the scout sells the 20 right away, which would be great. Then you can contact Adriana and get additional cards for those scouts to sell.
So account settlement, what you need to do to settle an account, just remember it's 50% commission. So half the total value of the cards you sold will be due back to the office. The unsold cards must be in new condition. So, the tabs can't be broken off. We want them to come back and look like this. So make sure your scouts, it's risk-free, just don't use the cards. So make sure those come back. We can't take damaged cards. Any unreturned cards, so if you're telling us you're settling for a different amount of what you have, you'll be responsible for the unreturned portion as well. So, and then the unit tracking order, that's Adriana handles.
I think the next slide actually has a picture of that.
So Mark will kind of go over that here in a minute, but that'll help us settle out our account here. So recognition items will be entered before the account settlement, and we won't release those until the account is paid.
Okay. So this is, tonight we'll have you sign out your cards with your email address, and this will get emailed to you electronically. So we're hoping to just take care of this electronically. So you just email this back to Adriana before you come and return your cards as a part of your account settlement. As you can see, there's like an example down there. So it's first, last name of the scout, how many cards they received, and then how many they sold and how many you're returning. And then it'll automatically populate the number right there. And then also the prize level will just automatically populate once you put that in. So that is, you'll have filled that out for all your scouts, email that in before you come and return, and then we can match everything up and make sure you're all settled and out the door. So additional resources before we get into questions, just so you know, there's a unit leader's guide online that talks about everything that we basically talked about tonight. Utilize your district executive, like Nathan had mentioned earlier. Just reach out to them if you have any questions. You can also contact Nathan, his contact information is there, and Adriana too, because she'll be helping with the distribution of the cards as we go on throughout the sale. So I guess with that, we'll see if there's any questions in the chat box, or if anybody has any questions here in person, we'll answer those before we get to the distribution. Or anything else? No. Okay. Does anybody have questions in here?
You start every scout out with just 20, and then once they sell the 20,
yeah, that's what the plan is. So each scout will get tonight. There will be this envelope, you'll have to write the scout's name on there, but they will get this envelope. The envelope will be, yeah, it'll be a stack of cards that fits into this envelope. So that's what you'll give every scout to start out. Now, once I hope that they sell those 20 cards out right away, and then they come back and then we'll have more cards. And you can just contact Adriana. We have more than enough cards ordered, so yeah, let's keep them out the door. That would be great if we can keep selling them. So, does anybody have any questions about the offers this year, or does that make sense with the cards? So just that's probably the biggest change this year. That Racine and Kenosha card is going to be for those businesses, all the businesses within the Racine and Kenosha area that will be good at. And the Milwaukee card, that's the same thing. They'll all be good at Milwaukee. There are a couple on there, like the Jiffy Lube has some Milwaukee locations and some locations. So I mean, it's not like you can't go into Milwaukee and use that at all those different locations. But yeah, I mean, I think we're excited this year. I think we have a lot more variety on the card that's been in the past. I know that that's been something that's come up in the past. So we worked really hard to get some good offers. It's definitely worth the full value, as you can see, at $5 just off the tab. So let's get out. So